Rockets have got to do now is pick it up offensively. Somebody besides Tracy's going to have to be a factor.
Andersen blocks it into the first row.
What's this block, ladies? What a block. Let's don't talk about a junior college guy anymore.
Dallas scorer in double figures, led by Finley's 19. Andersen at the rim, goes high, delivers hard, and he's fouled by Bradley. That's levitation.
Well, that young man can elevate. There's no question about that.
Down to 33 seconds to play. Brown for the tie. No. Andersen! He tipped it in.
What a play, and he's hurt too. Here's the miss, and Andersen gets a hand on it. That's a heck of a tip, and then hits the deck. And the Nets had an opportunity to take this ball out of bounds quickly and would have had a 5-on-4. But you saw
School was taking ill-advised shots. There you saw one.
Duncan challenged by the Birdman.
Man he comes out of nowhere. Here you see he comes from the top to help out. He was much better. 8-point Maverick lead. Andersen to the rim. Oh, the Birdman taking flight with a ferocious throwdown.
Takes a look at Stojakovic and goes it alone. Miller rips it away from Rogers, and what a play by Andersen!
First, it starts with an outstanding defensive play from Chris Andersen. The Birdman gets it. Rodney Rogers kicks it out, and there go the Hornets for the run. The Birdman block.
Delivery intended for Bosch at a very difficult pass.
Yeah, one too many passes.
And Chris Andersen, the Birdman.
The ball is free. Kobe's ahead of the pack. Here comes Atkins. 3-on-2. Butler down the lane. Wiped away by Andersen.
Dickow has to take the jumper instead. A great pass to Andersen.
You step on the floor to be a great player.
Yes, you do. Here is Bosch again, swirling, turning, blocked by Andersen.
Brown on the perimeter, now into Andersen. 5 on the shot clock, turns, faces, and the Hornets.
I don't know. What am I doing wrong? Bob and Nelly go and catch a mermaid.
You got to have a barb on the hook, you dummy.
First offensive set of OT. Andersen for the lead. Count it.
Second block shot of the season. Nice pass on Adolia. Chris Andersen with a block twice.
Hornets looking for their 5th win. Stoudemire, no. Outlaw, rejected, get out of here.
Stoudemire takes the jumper. Watch Outlaw swoop in and steal it. Bird goes and...
Davis in the corner trying to shake Allen off the screen on the pick and roll. They go up top with a lob to Andersen.
Out there, loosey-goosey, sets a good screen. The 2 defenders go with him, and then he goes right to the rack, and Baron Davis throws the ball up to him. And again, Chris Andersen, hey, he was in the dunk contest too.
Andre Miller. Under to Kmart. Kenyon Martin. Andersen blocks it.
13 of their 24. Andersen sneaking through the back door and slamming for 2.
Cal has no space. Andersen, that's way beyond his range. He'll take it anyway and make a liar out of me.
The big problem for New Orleans before the season even started. There's Tracy going to the basket, and Andersen's a good shot blocker. He and P.J. Brown both.
Your name has been thrown in there.
That's what I heard.
Almost every player I've heard.
Nice touch pass, nail on to Andersen.
Help kick the offensive transition game into gear. Knockbar, turn the corner. Gave it up to Chris Andersen.
Able to generate much in transition. Claxton penetrates, feeds Andersen. And Chris Andersen
Score. Mentioned that Barron was 6th in the NBA in scoring last year, 4th in assists. Inside, a free pass and the jam by Chris Andersen.
7 to shoot. Jacobson penetrates, finds Andersen at the iron, and Chris Andersen towers, hangs.
Hang on the rim if you're going to prevent injury to yourself or somebody else, but obviously there's no one there. He's still there.
He's still there. They got to get him off the rim.
The former Detroit Piston overshot the target. Harrington, beautiful feed to Andersen. That was a John Stockton type pass. You run the fast break. Big guys run. Junior Harrington, reward the big man for running. You get out.
Kristich, offensive rebound. Kidd frees himself. Bullet feed. Kidd, swatted by Andersen.
They're going to be tough to beat, and that's what the Rockets have done now. Alley-oop to Andersen. Backdoor.
You just abuse this guy. That's insane.
51-45 Blazers. The Birdman's left open. He'll hit that one.
Probably cost him that game. Harrington with it. 4 on the shot clock. Drives baseline. Nice pass to Andersen.
That's Chris Andersen's game right there. He and Andersen have combined for 23. The Hornets 39 points. And Andersen with a vicious tomahawk rejection.
Folks, I didn't set him up for that. I didn't know that was coming.
Jacobson bothered, but the follow by Andersen.
To the perimeter.
Norris off the penetration. Andersen.
Knocked out of there by Jacobson. Here comes Dick Al. Alley-oop to Andersen. That was pretty.
Wow, how about that eye contact from Dick Al and Andersen. Andersen's a good leaper. We saw him in the dunk contest.
Boykins, now he's taking an extra step there. Offensive rebound, Kenyon Martin. He tries to jam, and it's blocked by the Birdman.
Kmart thought he had an uncontested dunk there, but Birdman rose up.
Dick Al bounces for Andersen. He fakes out Kristen, and Andersen walks the rim.
And he comes up with a big steal here. Running the other way with Daniels. Marquise has it rejected by Andersen out of bounds.
Out of the timeout. Andersen with little option other than to shoot.
This is Andersen, 6 to shoot. Tries to challenge Duncan and wins with the reverse layup.
John Nakbar. Nakbar found Chris Andersen, who flushes.
Back of Aaron Grant battling for the rebound. Andersen ahead of the pack. He'll hammer this one home over his head.
Over Jacobson, couldn't convert. Jacobson with a rebound. Swings it ahead to Baron Davis. Nice pass beneath the rim. There's Chris Andersen again.
Right back, no surprise he made his first shot.
Not far flat. Andersen with the offensive rebound. Counted in the foul.
3 games.
Playing with a lot of confidence. He's getting better and better with each game.
Chris Andersen with a jackknife jam.
Wow, that was pretty. Here's the pass. There's Andersen. Goes up. Boom. Throw it down, big fella.
Talk about a tale of 2 quarters. 43-38. The Hornets trailing by just 5. And there's good defense by New Orleans. Andersen again.
Great conversion by the defensive players. PJ comes over, Andersen comes over, and they're too long.
He rebounds it. Collins trying to take it strong. Swatted by Andersen.
Andersen posting up. Look out for Bibby. He's all over the place. Andersen done it. Yes. The foul.
Point quarter here. See how the Nuggets, what kind of energy they have to start off the 4th quarter. Andersen gets the dunk.
Time by the Knicks on the interior.
Marbury on the hesitation move. Blocked by Andersen. Marbury again. Won't go. And Andersen comes down with it.
They rotated clear over, so Robinson picks up this. That's what now. Robinson picked up.
Both boards wide open. Andersen, though, reaps him there. Now here's Arroyo. Blocked by Andersen.
Bad pass by Ruffin.
Start, but flip side is they learned a lot from that loss.
Andersen inside.
There you see the dunking ability
In the opening quarter. Rose with a nice lob to Devin Brown. Can he beat the buzzer? Andersen says no. That was an incredible catch, and then look out of nowhere. Wow, look at that finish just as the ball gets out of...
Claxton took it away. Andersen on the run. Smith, he slipped. Put it upstairs for Andersen. To get his eye checked out. As we take another look at Andersen, Carter and Tim Walsh have just...
Games in which they've had those big wins, so they've got to make that change in order to become a better basketball team.
Alley-oop, Brown the high delivery.
Loves the way he plays.
Nailon, nice dish to Andersen.
Kobe with it on the perimeter, drives right through the zone, down inside, blocked by Andersen.
Dick Al getting open. He's 0 for 4, but slammed back by Chris Andersen.
Claxton got shut off. This is Chris Andersen, who will attack the hoop and go glass.
For somebody, they could also trade him for a draft pick and some money or something like that, but nice.
Good backdoor pass by Nailon. Terrific look to Andersen.
For every shot, he tries to contest every play when he's on the floor.
Chris Andersen with a spin.
8 of 9 from the free throw line. 4 of 10 from 3. Rednauer, hard drive into the lane, double pumps, but Andersen waiting for him. Spikes the shot into the corner.
Triples in the ball game.
How did you read that and see Damon Jones make the 3? Pretty good, Eric.
Chris Andersen, pretty good himself with the throwdown. Chris Andersen with 7 points in the 4th quarter.
22-17, the Hornets by 5. We open the second. Here's Kirk Snyder. Nice defense by Chris Andersen, who got a piece of it.
Played the last 6 games. Getting an opportunity. It's inside. Andersen rejects it to shoot.
55-50 now. Nuggets down by 5. Andersen. And Andersen nails it.
Defense on the defensive end too. Hands up, bodies moving, feet moving. Excellent dish inside. Flexed into Andersen, and the Birdman takes flight.
J.R. Smith finds Chris Andersen against Nesterovic and 1.
And it hits the rim, but that's it. Scalabrine swatted by Andersen.
In the NBA with Atlanta, Portland, Dallas.
Well, what an effort by Andersen.
Yep.
What an effort.
Over the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
Baron Davis looking for some pass.
Coming in to visit New Orleans.
Here's Andersen. Power move, laying up and in.
Only a 15-point game with 10 minutes to go. And they can't allow players like Chris Andersen to start running wild out here and get the crowd.
Deficit to 9 very quickly. Here's Ruben Patterson. Terrific defense by Chris Andersen. And knockbar, and Andersen running the floor. Reverse jam by the Birdman.
Teammate Childress kick it out to the rookie Smith. Andersen.
Got to come up with that rebound.
Alley-oop! And the slam from Andersen.
You know, this is the first year where he's gotten a lot of minutes. And when you take a look at that, as Andersen knocks down the jump shot.
Again, and Nuggets have been able to get some looks.
Russell dish it off. Kenyon Martin left hand blocked by Andersen.
Coming in at the next break, we will see the rookie J.R. Smith. Chris Andersen to the 10th floor off the Wesley feed.
Can't do it at the other end. Hudson has it knocked away.
By Best. Nearly went through his legs. And the short pop doesn't go. Andersen slams it with aggression.
Rips it down off the glass. High steps into the front court. Looks around. Alley-oop to Andersen.
Perfectly timed, played, and displayed. Watch the swoop to the hoop with the oop by the Birdman.
Crowd back in this ball game as well. 79-75 Hornets. Nice dish. Andersen with a flush.
Yep, I can believe it because it's sat right next to you. Andersen takes it to the basket.
He's a strong player.
With your defense. Kobe going baseline, head fake, nice pass to Karan Butler, who attacks the basket, blocked by Andersen. To Brown, back to Tony. Plenty of time, and Andersen says, get that out of here.
Not a big threat.
Jacobson again off the bounce, and Andersen with a dunk
for Miami. Andersen, the dunk and the foul.
Nice play.
To go around for Sean Marion, Joe Johnson, and Quentin Richardson if they get good shots.
Chris Andersen bangs a couple home.
Person underneath, good pass. Melo's got room. Andersen blocks it. Melo again. Andersen blocked it, but a foul. It's
now
going to be an offensive foul.
Going to get a running start. Dick out down the lane, flipping it up and out. Andersen following it in.
Are in good shape, Bob. That's what you look at. Just another follow-up and not a block off.
3 from the field. Kidd, pump fake. And rejected by Andersen. He's gotten Kidd twice.
Out of New Orleans. They need a lot of help. Milan with a bouncer. Andersen!
But with Baron Davis not with the club, there's Andersen finishing in the lane.
Chase Dickow around the court. Over to Chris Andersen with the jumper. I think he stole that retro hairdo from you.
Sasha Pavlovich. But maybe to screws up things on the defensive end, as you see right there.
Hornets just staying right in that zone.
Nice look, Korver for Andersen. He's a very good shot blocker.
87 per game. Thus far, they have 41. They're still in the second quarter. Andersen with a soft turnaround.
Was losing and he wasn't playing. So it's one thing if we're winning and not playing. Backdoor Andersen with the jam and the foul.
Chris backdoored him and got the easy shot.
And a good
lead into the fourth with 7 seconds to go. Birdman again from Baron Davis.
Gives it up to Ginobili. I think our straight down as Ginobili's shot blocked by Chris Andersen.
get the bag.